Barcelona, dun, 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 dun. I didn't know it was this far east. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Hello, do we have a consistent roofing? Wow, you can, wow, that is some from space right there. Do we have a consistent roofing design? Oh, they let you see inside. Yeah, so this city was destroyed, mostly, during the Spanish Civil War. And when they rebuilt it, they rebuilt it. They rebuilt it into these super blocks. When you drive between them, it looks like this. This, to me, is basically the ideal aesthetic of driving, like, through a city, you know? I hate gigantic, wide open roads. The idea of being, like, closely surrounded, not by skyscrapers, but by, like, you know, like, livable structures. This, to me, this is awesome. I like this from a driving perspective. Based on these photos, it looks like it's pretty busy all the time, you know? Look at this. Oh, we shifted time right there. But yeah, it's a little stopping part for a hotel right here. A lot of bikes and motorcycles. Motorcycles are very popular with Spain, right? I remember I have like a stereotype in my head that Spanish people like motorcycles quite a bit. They have these little corner blocks that allow you to load and unload. I don't know, it seems kind of copy-paste to me. Everything looks the same. If you want to see... Listen, Barcelona looks copy-paste from the sky. But we don't live in the sky. We live on the ground. From the ground, this is an incredibly dense and interesting city to be in. Whereas in LA, the city is samey whether you're in the sky or on the ground. Here, hold on. It allowed us to drop in. Will it be good? Oh, okay. Well, that's nice, but obviously that's not what we're here for. Here. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Well, that's good and all, but let's try to find one from actually inside the grid if possible, huh? I know you can take photos from inside of here. This is not going to be it either. Nope. Okay. One of these. Dildo store incoming? Yeah, it's going to be some TOS shit or whatever. Oh, wait. Hold on. This one has a road that runs through it. Ah, I see. It's an alleyway. Never mind. We're being difficult. Is this also an alleyway? I just want to see how it... I could look at photos. Victoria, British Columbia. Oh, this is nice. Oh, wow. That's very pretty. Damn, that's very nice. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really nice. It's not? I just mean in terms of like walkability and like city planning and stuff like that. I don't know anything about the actual city. Can I just get a picture of the inside of these blocks? Okay, here, chat. Look, this is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know why there aren't photos of it, but the insides of these blocks are literally like self-contained public squares. It's an ingenious city design. Everyone has their own self-contained public square. Like you don't have to travel across the fucking city to go find like the one cool place to be. Here's a more like normal looking one right here. Like this is really cute. Look at all the trees. There's some stores. There's some, I assume, apartment buildings because it has this little a garden kept thing. Like that's really nice. Anyway, listen, okay? I just want to say one more thing. Are you guys ready for it? Okay? Listen, okay? I'm not trying to make no crazy points here or whatever, all right? I'm just saying that if Spain can do it, 27K GDP per capita, and the US 63.5 GDP per capita, our economy continuing to grow, deterred only briefly by COVID, but like still going up and up. Like, look, the UK's economy stalled after 2008. We didn't stop growing. We could afford this. We could build cities that are delightful to live in. Everything they say we can't afford, we can afford it. We can afford better healthcare. We can afford better cities. Not only can we afford better cities would be more affordable for us, much in the same way that our current healthcare system is more expensive than comparable higher quality systems in Europe, you know? We're capable of building all of this. It is entirely possible. We'd have a stronger economy. Like, I guess in my like personal opinion or whatever, the issue is that like a ton of the wealth in this country gets siphoned into industries that are very unnecessary, and they still drain a ton from the economy. I'm talking right now, roads, highways, cars. Those are the three big ones I'm thinking of right now. And then you have oil and you have all the shit that goes into it. Like there are a million subsidiary industries. Okay. Right now, so many Americans live in these just giant empty voids where they have to drive for 25 minutes to go to a strip mall. Okay. I'm just saying, can you imagine living in a place like this? Can you imagine how easier it would be to go out and have food with friends? Can you imagine how easier it would be to just casually shop? And by the way, I'm not talking conspicuous consumption here. Like, obviously we should still be critical of consumerist culture, but all I'm saying is I have to shop anyway. I do shop for things sometimes. And if we are to do so, I think it'd be nicer, if it looked like this and not, and not the way it, looks, in a lot of places in America. And this means, people are driving around much less. It's more sustainable. People tend to be happier. All the data we have, it seems to indicate, Don't you think you have a biased view since you live in one of the biggest cities in the world? All your life you don't know the other side? The other side being what? I'm not saying everyone has to live in a megacity. I'm only saying that when people live in developed areas, they should live in areas that are sustainable and walkable. I am biased towards that, and I do not apologize for it. I am heavily biased in favor of highly livable, walkable cities. I don't care what other people have to say. They can shut up. I don't care. I am very biased there. I'm not speaking really to like rural stuff. Though keep in mind, even rural villages are capable of being very beautiful. There are some examples in Germany that I'm fond of. Germany, country, rural, where just because a town does not have like a population of, 500,000 or whatever, that doesn't mean that you then have to forego like livability. You know what I mean? Small towns in American Midwest areas are just like gas stations and car dealerships that have like residential neighborhoods attached to them. But it doesn't have to be this way. It's possible for any part of the world to be better and to live better than it does right now. It can be done. Well, that's not a village. That's a castle. That's cheating. My God. Anyway, I've gone way too long and I'm super hungry. Listen, okay? Here's my prescription. You all know my political positions on this, okay? Here's my position for you guys, okay? Here's my suggestion for you guys, all right? The world isn't perfect, and most of us probably live in areas that are nowhere near this beautiful or well-developed or walkable or sustainable. We can work to change that, but it's going to take a great long period of time, and we might not get to benefit from seeing our neighborhoods improve massively during that time, okay? But you have to understand that the walkability and sustainability without is nothing compared to the walkability and sustainability within. See, there are patterns that we tend to fall into that reinforce our absence from systems local that do allow for some degree of walkability and sustainability, For example, we're all neats who play video games and don't leave and make all our friends online, which is valid. But my suggestion is, if these are things that you find desirable, the idea of living in a place like this, then my suggestion to you is try to be the person who you feel you would be if you did live in an area like that. Develop an affinity for the practices that you think would be easier if you did live in a place like that, Take walks. Be aware of what's going on around you. Know if there are local community events or organizations or clubs or hangouts that might strike your interest, Even if you lived in a very sustainable and walkable place, you have to remember it would take effort for you to know what's going on there. It doesn't just happen. You don't just instantly become aware of it. It's something you have to educate yourself on. So educate yourself on it, Make an effort to learn about this stuff. Because maybe we don't get to live in super pretty Barcelona tier cities, and that does suck, but you can still have the friends that you would make in a really cool Barcelona tier city. You can still eat the food that you might eat in a really cool Barcelona tier city. You can still have the same experiences outside, hanging out with people, spending time in the public goods, appreciating nature, that you would be able to if you lived in a Barcelona tier city. You're capable of all of that. Maybe it's a bit harder, but it's doable, and I think you should.